All right. Well, good afternoon. I am so excited to be here on another episode of Community Together, and we have an amazing guest with us today, Kinsie FLame, who is founder of MOMS of Conejo Valley, which is an amazing community. So, Kinsie, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
So we've been in this 6 weeks. We have a stay-at-home order for 6 weeks, and your Facebook group page we've been fans and certainly supporters for many years. And I don't know, how long have you been together with Moms of Conejo Valley?
Well, I started it let's see, my daughter was born in 2012. So I started it shortly after she was born, because I would ask my mom questions, right? And what do I do for this, mom? Or what do I do for this? And some of the things that she would maybe say, I'd be like, oh, I'm just not sure that you're like allowed to do that anymore. So it started with just a small group of moms that I knew, and we kind of chatted, and then it started to grow from there. And I think by this time my son was born in 2015, we had like 10,000 members. And since then we've grown to about, I think we're at 21,000.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So tell us a little bit about your community. I mean, with 20,000 members, in the last 6 weeks, because really what we're doing right now is we're trying to be Conejo Valley strong. Your community is very active. So tell me a little bit about what you're doing in the community and how the moms are, and you have dads on there too.
Well, we don't have dads. There's a few dads that were kind of grandfathered in because they had been there since the beginning. And most of them are actually that are on there are stay-at-home dads. So we do have just a few, not many though, and we don't allow men anymore. But we've noticed that we've seen a very big jump in posting on our group. We have so many members that are cleaning out their closets. Most of our moms are cleaning out their closets. We're getting rid of stuff because we're home, and it's easy to do when you're home for 6 weeks. We're seeing a lot of moms asking questions. Of course, we want Moms of Conejo Valley to be the place that you can go to ask the hard questions, to get the answers. You'll notice that our group, we allow a lot of posts from religion to political, to my kid's constipated, what do I do? And you get 17,000 different answers because everybody has a different way of doing it. And there's no wrong way. There's no wrong idea. But it's just us sharing, answering questions, giving ideas, getting advice, selling stuff, looking for stuff. My favorite thing is when a mom finds a activity that, keeps her kid busy for 20 minutes so she can make a call from work and shares it. And then you have, 30 or 40 other women that did that same thing and they got their 30 minutes to make that phone call. So it's really about finding those ways that we can all work together and make this time a little bit easier for us.
So as far as you talk about a community and being able to speak their mind, do you moderate the posts? Do you let anything happen? Like, it's a pretty free-flowing community. So,
well, like I've always said, that you cannot get 21,000 women together and not have I have someone joining us, and not have anyone have any drama. There's bound to be some drama. We are feisty, we are opinionated, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But sometimes we do get a little hot on the subject, and so we do moderate all all the posts. We do. I have someone joining us here.
I love it.
Work at home mom.
This is
right?
live, and you are a family and a mom. So.
Yes, we do moderate the posts. I actually scroll every single member that is in the group. Before they're added, I look at your profile. I am a pro Facebook creeper, I call myself. because I want to make sure that A, you live in the community, B, you have kids, C, it's not a fake profile because there's a lot out there. So I make sure that it's a safe place to be. And we also moderate posts. So if someone calls somebody a name, you can bet I'm going to take it down.
I love it. I love that.
Yeah.
So what are you seeing the moms doing? I love the clean out closet. What happens to their goods after they clean it out?
Well, with the moms sale, it's like a garage sale. So that's kind of some of our biggest activity is that you can sell whatever you want on mom. Well, not whatever you want. We actually had one time someone bought a home, and inside of the home, it had a elephant head. Yes.
Oh my God.
And they bought it with all the stuff inside of it, right? And this woman had no idea, like, this elephant head, like, what it was. It was random things, right? And so she goes on. We have another one bought there. She goes on and she posts this elephant head for sale. And then Fish and Game calls me and they're like, you cannot sell elephant heads on your site. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Yes. I'll find out right now. Thank you. And so we don't allow everything. There's some funky things that have been sold. But usually it's other moms buying it. I mean, now that we have this Facebook marketplace and community place, it's easier to buy. If you need something, you can buy it used and pick it up from another mom's porch, especially right now. When the stores are closed, you can't go into Target and browse the, kids game aisle because we need a new game at home because we've played all the games. There's no more games at home to play, but I need a new game or puzzles or, that kind of stuff that I think right now moms really we're eating up because we need those activities for our kids. So now we're able to, okay, this mom, we played out this game. Who wants to buy it? It's $10 porch pickup. And then I'm going to buy another game from another mom. So you kind of get to share those. It's a little bit easier, especially right now that we don't have that target.
I think I say it all the time. Any of you with young families, young kids right now, I feel the worst for you because my kids are older, they're independent, but homeschooling and trying to work and keeping them busy in activities and trying to explain to them what's going on. Hats off to all of you moms out there that are doing
yes.
this.
Well, we hear in our house a lot. We hear when the coronavirus is over, it's always when the coronavirus is over, we're going to get to do this, or when the coronavirus is over. So that is a common term. And, our kids are very aware of what's going on. We're very aware of, they know exactly, what's happening, why we're not at school. I don't think my third grader has really or my second grader going into third has really grasped the amount of time she's going to be home. There's still times where she'll go put something in her backpack and say, oh, I'm going to take this to school next time. And I'm like, okay. Well, you'll probably get it out before you take it to school again. So we really try it. So we've talked to them about it. They watch the news conferences with us. They understand how serious it is. But so it's just it's a whole new world being, I call it a stay at home working mom, which most of us have become now, and having that fear. I have one going into kindergarten and one going into third. Are they going to be prepared am I going to be able to prepare them for kindergarten? And something that we've talked about a lot with a group of moms is, what traits are our seniors this year that are graduating this year going to come out with? There's going to be some trait that they're going to have because this happened. And what will that be? Will it be that they are more apt to stay at home and go to college because we've been home for so long that's comfortable to them and they're going to seek, staying home? Are they going to be more independent because we've had to distance learn and they've kind of had to do it on their own? What will be the come out of this? So that's what I'm interested to find out.
There's no question businesses are all pivoting around us, and new businesses will be starting, and there's no question the seniors and even the younger kids, there's going to be, they're all going to remember this.
Yes.
And for all you moms to be able to stay sane through it, I give
Yes.
that's the biggest hats off to all of you, because
Well,
the kids are resilient. They'll survive.
yes,
They'll come out of it.
exactly.
It's the moms, and I think everything you're doing as far as being able to go on and share activities and share their like they feel they have a community that they can share with is what I saw.
I can go on and say, moms, I am losing my mind today. I need somebody to tell me something funny that your kids did that is not going to make me feel so crazy. One thing that I've started doing with my local group of friends in kind of Newbury Park, Thousand Oaks area is there's a website called Elfster. And it is used for like Secret Santa gifts. I use it for, I call it our COVID cocktail exchange. So what that is it's a group of moms. I think my biggest number one week was we had 25 moms doing it. And you sign up online, and then it randomly gives you a different person, and you drop a cocktail off on their porch on Fridays.
I love that.
So every Friday you get a cocktail on your porch, and you drop something off to someone else, and you might not be friends, you might not even know each other, but I feel like it's really encouraged people. A lot of people are going to our Holdrens and our El Sancho Loco and 101 North, buying a cocktail and leaving it on someone else's porch. And for me, I tell them that my favorite part is the giving. I love going and finding some restaurant in Newbury Park that is, or Thousand Oaks, Westlake area, that is selling cocktails and then purchasing a cocktail, supporting that local business, and then dropping it off at some mom's house. And the joy you have when somebody drops a cocktail off at your house, you're like, I can make it. I'm going to get through this weekend. So I think finding those little things that make you smile and give you joy and give you that sanity, because for a lot of moms, we see each other. I know that I have my group of moms that I see every day at pickup and every day at drop off. And, we chat every morning. We have, we meet at Ragamuffin and we go have coffee sometimes. Those are the things for me that I miss. I don't have, the adult. I told my husband, the kids have each other. They're playing. They are forced to be best friends. You guys will be best friends after this is over. But for moms like us, though that adult contact has gone down so much. So being able to do something nice for someone else, I think, gives you that joy inside. And then cocktails as well.
Well, and I think you hit the nail on the head of supporting local businesses too, because I think one of the things that we're trying to show and do is just, we're in this together. We've come through fires. We've come through a lot. Conejo Valley is important to each and every one of us. And there's a lot of small businesses out there that are in trouble and suffering. And I think the community that you can encourage people who will have the means to go out and support a local business and then make somebody else feel good is just win, 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 win.
Exactly. And actually today in Newbury Park, what is it? El Sancho Loco, Azars, and Roma Deli. They have put together a drive-through for you. Which is, I'm excited to see how it's going to do. It's cash only. I think each meal is $10, but you'll be able to drive through their parking lot. And if you would like, I think Azars is doing tri-tip sandwiches, Roma's is doing pizza, and El Sancho is doing tacos. So you literally can drive through the parking lot, get dinner safely for your entire family. I think they've posted actually protocol videos for you on their website or on Facebook. But you can actually drive through, get your entire family something different without ever getting out of the car. So
do you post that? Do you add that? And
it'll come up on our Facebook page today. You can always look on our Instagram as well. We're Moms of Conejo Valley on Instagram. And at the top of our Instagram, there's highlights. And there is a ton of businesses highlighted up there as well. I think that the businesses that are, thinking outside the box, and, you've got Finney's doing make at home burgers, and your kids, their own pizza kits, which is really cool. You've got different businesses like that. And we're finding out different ways to engage with our community to to bring customers in so it makes it worth their while. I work with the Fresh Box as well, which is an incredible once a week to week, locally owned produce box delivery. It is a husband and wife that owns it. It is not, a bigger corporation. They have 2 little girls that they're supporting, and they're amazing. So yeah, there's definitely businesses out there that are kind of not willing to fail.
Well, and I think that's amazing, because I think the exposure you have and the exposure you can do to these small businesses, and will help us continue to thrive and let us continue to help support each other, because the big businesses will survive, right?
Exactly. It's the mom and pop shops.
And we are built on small businesses, and we're built on helping each other. And that's what I love living and working in Conejo Valley and supporting Conejo Valley, and just everything we're doing is just, how can we continue to support each other as moms and women? And I think you had mentioned like your group going on and talk about like search if they're looking for something.
Yes.
And then one other thing that I want to address is, what are you hearing about, if anything, about summer camps? Because I'm getting a lot of questions from moms. Are you in touch with the camp moms? Are you in touch with camps and what they're planning on doing?
Yes. So actually, my husband and we actually own a karate studio as well. I say Moms of Conejo Valley is my side gig. And I actually, in real life, am a karate teacher. I have to call my husband Master Flame at work. People always are like, are you kidding me? No, I'm not. And I will sometimes slip at home. But we don't know, I mean, I think that everybody's really waiting for this May 15th or May 18th, the next, what's going to happen now that we've opened these parks and these beaches have become open and we're allowed to go golfing. How is that going to affect things? And I think that after that May 18th or May 15th, the next update, I think we'll really be able to plan from there. I know that I've heard a lot of moms of, are we going to have summer camp? If we have summer camp, are we going to have to wear masks at summer camp? Will your child wear a mask? Do you have a sensory child that is like, no, I'm not wearing a mask? I mean, I have one at home, and he hasn't been he hasn't left our front yard, our home, since this all started, because he's not wearing a mask. There's no way the dude can't even wear certain socks, and asking him to wear a mask. So I know that most summer camps have kind of taken a halt on taking registration, because we just don't know if we are going to be able to hold summer camp. Our studio is offering virtual classes. So we do virtual classes 5 days a week for our students. Some of them are training 2 to 3 days a week with us. It is the strangest thing for me going into work and teaching to a TV screen of little blocks of children. But I do feel like for the parents, it's engaging, because, I can say, hey, Johnny, I see you sitting on the couch. Get off the couch. And they jump up and they're like, oh my gosh, Mrs. Flame saw me. And it does give those parents that half an hour to, okay, you're in karate class in the living room, and it's on, Zoom, and Mrs. Flame can see you. And if I hear her say your name, I'm coming out here. But it also keeps them engaged. So we're doing a goal setting challenge with our studio. So this is our second week doing it. First, second, and third place get trophies. So, and it's things that as parents, we need them to do. We need you to do your homework without arguing. We need you to clean your room. We need you to realize that mom and dad have to work from home right now too. And you need to, when mommy's on the phone, we need to not talk to mommy. Learning to make our bed, making a meal for people, learning to tie our shoes, really things that are going to be able to get our children to be independent at home too. Because a lot of the times as moms, when we send our children to school, we are amazed at how independent they are at school. They can do things for themselves at school. And then all of a sudden we get home and they're like, I need you to put on my pajama pants. And you're like, you're 7. Put on your own pajama pants, or I need a drink of water. So you walk into the kitchen and you get a glass and you get a drink of water. I think as parents, we're not home with them as much, so they don't do it as much at home. And so now we're focusing with our students on them, guiding them to be that independent at home, to know the responsibilities and what they need to do, and continue goal setting while we're at home too, for them to continue to set goals and reach them. That time hasn't stopped. We're just doing it differently for a little while.
But I think you're making them, I think that's the skill that they're going to come out at when you talk about the skill, and what's going to happen is they're becoming more independent, hopefully less helicoptering moms, because
Yes.
we're all like helicoptering moms.
We're here already, yes.
You know, and I think there's also just your community of just being able to go on and go, you're normal, like as a mom, like
Exactly.
keeping the kids active with your karate studio. The kids absolutely need to continue to be active for their brains,
Yeah.
for the body, for the physical, and moms need a break, and you're allowing that, and I love that. And I also know you are doing watch parties, so keeping everybody really informed of what's going on, that the Ventura County opened up, and that governor.
I highly recommend for anyone who is interested in. They do so many updates that you can find out numbers, different things that are happening. You can find out the information that they've got I believe it's Tuesday mornings at 8:00 and Wednesdays at 1:00. I might be wrong, but it's Tuesday morning, Wednesday afternoon. The County of Ventura, you can go on and watch the full board meeting, where they have presentations from the food banks. Chief Ayub is up there. Patrick Maynard is up there. Dr. Levi is up there. And you're getting the same information that the Board of Supervisors is getting. You can hear it firsthand, so it's not secondhand. And for me, as a community member, as a mom, it helps me to stay grounded and to understand what's going on, because we can go online and you can find some stuff on there that you're like, is this really true? You get something, I heard this. One of my friends said this, and it's not exactly true. Where if you can watch those board meetings, even if you can go back and watch them, it just gives you a sense of, okay, I heard it firsthand.
I heard
instead
it.
of I heard it. Yeah. So you can watch those as well.
Huge community. For anybody who's not out there, go like your page, Moms of Conejo Valley. And one thing, obviously, as somebody in the community, how can people be helping you right now? What can the community do to support you continuing to do what you're doing in your camp? So,
well, first, be kind to each other. Use kind words. If someone doesn't have a smile, give them yours. Do not, don't think that just because you see someone's Facebook profile on social media that their life is great, because we're all in this together. And that's one thing that I have to remind people. And, it came from my husband. If you've ever heard my husband speak, he is an incredible motivational speaker, and he teaches you things in different ways all the time. But we're all in this together. There's nobody out there that's not in this with us in our community. We are all right here together. So just make sure that we're respectful to each other. We're kind to each other. We would love for people to send us information about things going on in the community. Send us information about businesses that you love so we can highlight them, share and comment on our posts. Join our group, like our Facebook page, visit our website for information. And then if anybody is interested in doing karate, I actually teach karate. So if you have a 3 to 8 year old, that is my group. I really don't like kids between the ages of 8 and 16, 17. I'll take the little ones when they're still cute and life is still great.
They listen to you.
Exactly. So I'll be teaching a class on Monday at 5:45 and Tuesday at 11:30 it's Jacob Flames, Tongsudo University. You can find us on Facebook. And I'll be teaching a basic introductory class where we're going to talk about character development. We're going to get some energy out. We're going to get some skills, and we're going to talk about some goal setting so that parents who are interested in karate can come do an intro class with me. And then we're actually offering everybody in the Conejo Valley 2 free weeks of virtual classes with us. So they can come on and try it in their home for 2 weeks, see if they like it, see if it gets them that half an hour a day of work done without someone asking to have a snack or put on their pajama pants.
And what was the name of the studio again?
It's Jacob Flames Tong Sudo University. You can find our website at thousandoakskarate.com.
Great. So, and if there's anybody who is interested in potentially advertising on Conejo Valley Moms, they can contact you too.
Yep, they can go right to Moms of Conejo Valley, go under the advertising section. And there's tons of different ways that we can advertise for you, from influencing advertising to creating content for you, to our cover photo, to specialty ads, to stories. We have a wide variety of places that we do, that are places that we can advertise. We also connect local businesses to do things together. So let's say I work with Vets Here a lot. She's an amazing person in our community that has a mobile veterinary clinic that comes to your home. And right now it's so easy. If you've got kids at home and you've got 3 big dogs, the last thing you want to do is, go in and have to take your dog to the vet. So she comes to you, but I connect her with different businesses. Like we did a teddy bear surgery with Brendan's when they were open. So I like to connect a lot of businesses that are not affiliated, but can work together to share each other. We also do an advertising group. So if you're one of my advertisers, you get to be in a Facebook advertising group where it is a group of, I think there's like 100 moms in there, all mom-owned businesses that all advertise with me, that all work together to get each other's word out there, to refer each other, so that we can grow this mom population of entrepreneurs.
So I could go on. I mean, everything, we could go on forever.
Yes.
And I would just say, obviously, what you're doing and your group and the influence that you and your group have and the connectivity, you are so strong. And we're so lucky that we've taken some time and you've been able to share. And if we're still here, we might have you back again, because
that would be awesome.
Yeah, you have a lot of information. And again, anybody who isn't part of your group, join your group and continue to support local, continue to advertise, join, if I love your karate studio. So again, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
And just such a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for everything you're doing.
Thank you, and have a great day yourself.
You too. Stay safe.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.